Hello everyone. I wanted to get on here and talk to you about my journey over the last year. So I saw today that it's been a year since I did my 3-month progression comparison to my first video about depression. And so I was just really taken aback by it because I've grown so much and my life is so much better than what it was then. And it's not that I'm not fighting depression anymore. I'm definitely still fighting it, and it's still days where I have pretty bad days and it keeps me, down and out like depression does. But I wanted to just get on here and share with you kind of what's helped me over the last year, and really over the last 3-4 years, kind of how I've chosen to live my life. And I would go ahead and start out with you have every right to control your reactions to anything and everything that happens to you. And so you should really understand that you can either choose to have a negative reaction, choose to have a sad reaction, choose to be happy. And one of the things that I've learned is that it's better to just let things go and to not dwell on them, because the more negativity that you manifest, the more bad feelings that you keep inside, the more you're going to see in your life. And I've 100% have seen that, and I know it sounds cliche, it's not. It's something that I follow from this book called As a Man Thinketh, and it's from James Allen. My neighbor actually introduced this to me about 3 years ago, and the basic concept is to think positive and let go of the negativity in your life and let go of the things that you have no control over. And I started doing that 3 years ago, and my life has changed so much. So this is definitely a book I recommend. You can get it on Amazon for maybe $10 or even cheaper, but I know you can also listen to it on YouTube. There is a couple of audiobooks, and I highly recommend you listen to it. It's great, even if it's just like background audio. Definitely listen to it, and do your best to make some changes in your life that you see are negative. So that is a book that I constantly read, and I listen to the audio on YouTube all the time. And the next book I've just started reading is the basic same concept. It's called You Are a Badass. It is apparently #1 New York seller. It's great. I'm almost done with it, but it's the same concept of believing in yourself and believing that positive things will happen and letting go of negative energy and just focusing your life on positive energy and listening to God or the universe. I call it the universe. Listening to the universe and really understanding how to react to things that you may seem out of your control. Yeah, alright guys, so these are the 2 books that I highly recommend. Get them, they're fantastic. You can get them on audiobooks. Anyways, so the last year has been a little crazy. It went by really fast. I did take Wellbutrin for a good year of a good amount of the year. I think maybe 9-10 months I took Wellbutrin straight, and then I switched to Prozac. But that's a different video. I'm not here to talk about my medicine that I'm on. I just want to give you guys an update on where I am, how I'm doing, and what has helped me. So things are a little crazy right now in my life. I don't really know what's going on in 2 months. I'm coming up on the end of my contract, and I don't have a job lined up yet. So if you would have asked me a month ago, 2 months ago, I would have told you that I'm completely freaking out because I have no idea what I'm doing. But recently I've shifted my focus, and I've really listened to the energy, the universe, and really take a step back and figure out, okay, why am I really doing this? Why am I wanting to go there so much? Maybe that's not the right reason, and I'm just taking a step back and really trying to figure out what to do next. And so what I did the last year, I did go to therapy for a good four or 5 months, and then my therapist was pregnant, so she had to have her baby. And I went on rotation. I was traveling a lot, and I really just put myself first, my happiness first, because you really need to love yourself. So one, if you can let go of the negative energies that you have and all the regrets and the things that you're just manifesting, just let them go, and also love yourself. You need to forgive yourself if you're beating yourself up about something. Forgive yourself and focus on what makes you happy, because you exert as much energy being negative as you do being positive. So why not choose being positive and being happy about the situation? So yeah, I went to therapy, did that for a few months, and when I got back to Ann Arbor, I realized how sad I was living my life, to be honest, and I was choosing different outlets to put my energy, and it wasn't really the best thing. And so I wanted to just get out and do things that make me happy. And that's what I've done. I've picked up a good habit of reading books. I love getting lost in mystery books, and books like this, You're a Badass, really helps me refocus. And I started meditating, and really doing my best to listen to myself and listen to the universe, to what actually makes me happy, and being unapologetic about doing things that make you happy, as long as you're not hurting other people or being mean to other people for yourself, because that's selfish. But doing things that make you happy is very, very important. So do that. Yeah, I think that's really it, you guys. Sorry, I should have wrote something down to have like a script, but I didn't. Just, focus on what makes you happy and do that. And you'll have bad days, but what I read in one of these books is that remember the happy days. And that's what I've told myself, and that's what I've done, and that's part of this YouTube as well, and part of my blogging, is that I like to record days where they're really, really happy, where I'm really, really happy, because days where I'm really depressed and just feel hopeless and feel like I can never be happy, oh my gosh, so then I can have something to look back and really remind myself, hey Cora, that was a day you were really, really happy, and you actually can. Being happy is in reach. Just tomorrow's a new day. Focus on tomorrow, and focus that you can have a happy day, because you've done it before and you've documented it. And so that's what really helped me a lot. So whether that be making videos or just having a journal or anything, do something that makes you happy. Bye guys.